Syria's already fragile political landscape has been further unsettled by the ouster of Bashar al-Assad and the rise of opposition forces led by Abu Mohammed al-Jolani. As the region grapples with this shift in power, Chechen leader Ramzan Kadyrov has come forward to make a forceful declaration of Russia's unyielding support for Syria. He frames the ongoing turmoil as a challenge not only for Syria, but for Russia's broader strategic interests, and he has made it clear that Russia will not stand idly by as the situation escalates.
Today we see that power in Syria has passed to opposition forces. The collective West is trying to cause an escalation between Russia and the new Syrian authorities, but we will not allow such a scenario. Syrian citizens are waiting for stability and a calm life, and the decisions of the new leadership of the country, refusal to persecute journalists and officials, liquidation of all armed groups, etc., will satisfy such aspirations. It will be difficult to do this without the help of partners.
Kadyrov underscored Russia's role as an indispensable partner in the ongoing stabilization efforts, proposing that the immediate priority should be to create a contact group between Russia and the new Syrian authorities. This group, Kadyrov suggested, could begin addressing the most pressing humanitarian and political challenges facing Syria. He also asserted the need to remove HTS from the terrorist organization list.
To start positive processes, it is necessary to launch the procedure for excluding Hayat Tahrir al-Sham and its representatives from the Russian list of terrorist organizations. It is important, without waiting for the beginning or end of this process, to immediately organize the work of a contact group of the two countries, which will be able to build the first connections and begin to solve problems.
Kadyrov went further, offering Russia's assistance in a practical military sense. He highlighted Chechen forces' previous role in ensuring order in certain parts of Syria, emphasizing their contribution to protecting civilians from looting and violence. The Chechen Republic's police have, according to Kadyrov, already helped prevent further bloodshed in these volatile areas. His offer to send troops to Syria would involve helping to stop provocations that could escalate into senseless violence, echoing Russia's broader narrative of maintaining order and stability in the region.
If there is an order from the Supreme Commander-in-Chief of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, we are also ready to provide support in patrolling the streets with our forces together with the Syrian law enforcement agencies. The police of the Chechen Republic have already ensured order in some parts of Syria, protecting the people from looting and violence. In addition, we are ready to send instructors from the Russian Special Forces University, named after VV Putin, to transfer unique experience and knowledge to the Syrian police.
Kadyrov also addressed the ongoing challenge of Syria's dire humanitarian needs, specifically the delivery of wheat. Reportedly, 2 vessels carrying Russian wheat intended for Syria had been rerouted due to the uncertainty surrounding the new leadership in Syria. However, Kadyrov swiftly responded on his Telegram channel, reassuring Syria that Russian state-backed wheat supplies had not been disrupted. He went on to add that, in the unlikely event of such a disruption, he was ready to personally ensure that Syria would receive the necessary supplies. Russia, which is the world's largest wheat exporter, has long been a key supplier of wheat to Syria, bypassing Western sanctions through a complex network of financial and logistical arrangements. While it remains unclear how much of this wheat is supplied by the state, Kadyrov's commitment demonstrates the Kremlin's determination to maintain this vital lifeline for the Syrian people. According to Russian analysts, Syria has imported around 300,000 tons of Russian wheat so far this season, with the country ranking 24th among Russian wheat buyers. Kadyrov's promise to ensure the continued supply of wheat through his own charitable foundations if necessary highlights his deep personal and political investment in the relationship between Russia and Syria. This steadfast support from Kadyrov echoes the broader stance of Russian President Vladimir Putin, who has consistently blamed the US and the broader Western alliance for the ongoing instability in the Middle East. Speaking recently on the situation, Putin criticized the US for its role in exacerbating violence across the region.
Today, the global military and political landscape remains challenging and unstable. As a result, violence in the Middle East shows no signs of ending, and high conflict potential remains in several other regions around the globe. The current US administration, along with much of the collective West, continues to pursue its attempts in global dominance and imposes its ever-changing so-called rules on the international community. In reality, one constant rule exists. There are no rules for those who claim to lead the world, who see themselves as representatives of divine authority, although lacking genuine belief.
Putin's comments come at a time when Russia's military presence in Syria is undergoing significant changes. US and Western intelligence sources recently reported that Russia has begun withdrawing a large number of troops and military equipment from Syria. This pullback, which began last week, has raised questions about the future of Russia's military footprint in Syria. Although the details remain unclear, the withdrawal is said to be substantial, and it remains uncertain whether this will be a permanent shift or a temporary adjustment. US and Western officials have noted that Russia is exploring the possibility of negotiating a settlement with HTS that would allow Russia to retain its key military bases in Syria, including the Khmeimim airbase in Latakia and the port facility at Tartus. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov confirmed that Russia is indeed in contact with the rebels in Damascus, but the nature and outcome of these negotiations remain uncertain.